They made the first move by liking and commenting on your post. You personally reached out to them and built a relationship with them in the approach stage. You got them on a call and blew them away, and you've done all this for free. And at that point, some of them will want more, and they will feel as though, wow, what's next? Because there's never been any direct sale at this point. And at this point, you offer a high ticket coaching program. And if you do that well enough, some people will say yes. Not all of them. Some people will say yes. And those some people are enough to build a coaching business.
Hey everybody, this is Jason Mark Campbell. Welcome back to the Selling with Love podcast. We're doing a part 2 from our last interview. I was having a conversation with Lewis, and if you haven't had a chance to watch part 1, you're going to want to go back. And what happened by total accident is we were having such a fun conversation. We ran out of time, and we talked about 6 A's that you need whenever you're getting started in your coaching business, and we only talked about accuracy. And I thought it was very much leaving everybody on a cliffhanger, so we decided to do a little part 2 here. So we're going to be able to address what are the other elements that you should pay attention to so that you can have your solid foundation when you get started. Lewis, welcome back to the show. I know we already did the intros. We already had fun on the first part, so let's get back into it and let's go continue down this approach and see what are the missing A's that we didn't get to cover.
Cool, let's dive. So I'm just going to rattle this off, guys. I don't want to keep you too long. Thank you for listening to my voice twice in a row now. So the 6 A's is very, very important because it's a fundamental foundation that you can build upon. It's not just something you do once, it's something you revisit and continue to do. And I still apply these in my business now, making multi-million dollars. So it's not just for the starter. So it's a really, important foundation to keep. So stage 1 is accuracy, as we mentioned on the last episode, where you get crystal clear on who you are and who you help. And that's finding the dreaded niche, both in the topic that you deliver the coaching on, and also the audience in terms of who it's for. The next stage is awareness. So you need to be in front of those people because there's no point having a niche if you haven't got eyeballs on you. First of all, people need to be able to see you in order to be able to get to know you and trust you and get value from you to actually think about taking your coaching services. So the awareness stage is now you have the accuracy, you know who you're looking to find, and then you just need to find them. And it's very easy in today's modern world. You can go and type them into LinkedIn. You can go and use hashtags and find them on Instagram. You can go into Facebook groups on Facebook, and I'm sure there's all sorts of crazy stuff you can do nowadays on TikTok that shows my age on TikTok and Snapchat and all these other ones that I haven't even heard of now. But yeah, you can find those people, and the first stage is to connect with them. So you either show up in spaces where they are in. So Facebook groups, for example, is a great one. You can just post in a Facebook group full of 10,000 people in your ideal client avatar, and they're going to see you. And if they like what you said, then they're maybe going to go and connect with you on your social media. If not, you can actually just add them as a friend, or you can follow them on Instagram, or you can connect with them on LinkedIn. And what this does is this drives a little bit of traffic to your profile, because when you request to become someone's friend or follow someone or connect with them on any of these platforms, they get, Lewis Raymond Taylor has just followed you on Instagram notification in their phone. If they go on your profile and you've clearly labeled it with your accurate positioning, which is, I help X, Y, and Z, and put an I help statement on your profile, they might turn around and go, wow, that's the exact, pain that I've got and the exact outcome I'm looking to achieve. Maybe I might message this person. But at the very least, they're going to make a micro commitment and they're going to accept your friend request, or they're going to follow you back and they're going to be in your world. So that's stage 2. You need to get them in front of you and have them aware of you. The next stage is the attraction phase. So once you've got them in your space, we want to start attracting these people to actually consider working with you. We don't want to sell at this point. We just want to deliver value. Gary Vee talks about jab, 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 right hook. And it's like, rather than going for the right hook, which is the sale, we just jab them first, give them value, give them tips and tricks and share stories and, be of service to these people. It doesn't even need to be long. It can sometimes be days or just a couple of weeks of nurturing an audience. And what happens is they start to get value. They start to like you as a person. They start to respect you, and they start to think, maybe I might drop a like or a comment on this post. Or maybe they might even message you and ask you a question. Or in the future, when you've got a website and things like that, they might go on your website and start downloading all sorts of resources and doing all sorts of things. But at the very least, they're going to start liking and commenting on your posts. Now, leave that one for here, and I'll come back to that in a second. The next stage is authority, because there's 2 main reasons why someone will want to work with a coach. One is because they want the value from that coach and they want the outcome. But the other one is they want to feel more empowered and they want to have their authority boosted and they want to feel more significant and more, more empowered and more confident by being associated with somebody. You think about the actual role of a coach. It's almost like a mentor. It's someone that stands by your side, in your corner. And you want to be able to have somebody that you can be proud of, that makes you feel more powerful. And the best way to do that is by having a coach with authority. Someone who's got a reputation, someone who you can be proud to work with. Because what you want to do, if you want to charge high ticket, you really need someone to get really excited about the prospect of working with you. You don't want this to be a transaction. You want this to be something that they're proud to go and tell their friends about. They're going to run home and be like, oh my God, look at this coach I just hired. Look at his profile. He's written a book, all these kind of fun authority stamps. So there's things you can do to boost authority. One is write a book like you are, Jason. And because of course, the actual word authority, I believe, comes from the word author somewhere along the way. And if you have a book, you're the authority, and just little things as well, like maybe being on a podcast or having professional branding or a website or professional photography. These things just show that you're taking this seriously and you've got skin in the game. And this is something that you're taking seriously from a professional standpoint, and it will boost your authority bit by bit. And there are these authority check marks, aren't there? There's speaking on stage, there's being featured in Forbes, there's getting the blue tick on Instagram. And although they're superficial, it gives people that confidence and that, that trust that you are reputable, and it is helpful for sure. So that is an important piece. The stage after that is approach. So once you start allowing people into your world with the awareness stage, and then you start delivering value through the attraction stage, you are going to start getting likes and comments and messages from people. If you do that at the same time of boosting your authority, these people are going to start to be quite impressed by you. And if you are to approach them at this stage, there is no cold, hard sale. They're actually very grateful and very excited that you've even taken the time to speak to them. Right? So if you have people liking and commenting on your posts and you boosted your authority at this point, you have to approach them and meet them halfway. Because the thing is, people don't know what you offer. They don't know how much it costs. They don't know how to communicate with you. They may even feel as though it's kind of rude to message you on social media, or you would never work with someone like them, or you're fully booked, or they don't even know what a package looks like. All they know is they need help. But if you're the person that kind of reaches out and bridges that gap between them being just an active follower on social media and turns that into an actual conversation that you can build a relationship with, then there's the opportunity to actually deliver more value, more personalized value. And at this point, I recommend getting people on discovery calls. So an opportunity to actually connect with somebody on a call, find out what they're looking to achieve. And my strategy is blow them away, give them everything. Give them a mini coaching session, give them everything you need. And at the end of that session, you should have someone who you've been delivering value to for weeks or months on social media. They made the first move by liking and commenting on your post. You personally reached out to them and built a relationship with them in the approach stage. You got them on a call and blew them away, and you've done all this for free. And at that point, some of them will want more, and they will feel as though, they're the ones that want it. It's like a spin sale. They get to the point where they're like, wow, what's next? Because there's never been any direct sale at this point. And at this point, you offer a high ticket coaching program. And if you do that well enough, some people will say yes. Not all of them. Some people will say yes. And those some people are enough to build a coaching business. And the final stage is automation. And that's where we take that boots on the ground work and we try and automate it as much as possible so that we're not doing as much of the heavy lifting. Some of it we still need to do, like the discovery calls. But you might want to have a free resource that you offer people to download on your website, like a free ebook, and that's your way of delivering value. You might want to, in the future, run Facebook ads to be able to get more awareness around yourself. There's things you can do now with digital marketing to be able to be everywhere and to get exponential results and to compound all this hard work you're doing and all the value that you've got to offer, where you don't need to manually be connecting with everyone on Facebook and writing content every single day and booking 500 discovery calls. You can use these digital marketing methods to accelerate and speed up that process, but you still need to understand those first parts. So that's it. Accuracy, your niche, awareness, getting in front of those people, attraction, essentially warming them up and adding value, authority, positioning yourself as a respected authority in the niche, approach, reaching out to those leads, actually bridging the gap between them being semi-interested and them being a potential client, try and automate that process as much as possible. That's my way of getting as many clients as you need.
I just want to say big thanks to you for just taking us through this masterclass on getting started in this business. This was so fantastic. And so I'm hoping everyone that is here is happy that I brought Lewis back to finish what we started on the podcast last time. This was absolutely amazing. And so with that, again, resources to go deeper and to learn more with Lewis is going to be made available to you. And honestly, we've just had one masterclass that really taught us everything we need to know to get started on your coaching business. Thank you so much for listening in. If you've appreciated this, definitely go send some love to Lewis. I'll have his social profiles put up as well. And this again was one amazing content episode. Made my job a little easy as he went off and shared everything without holding back. And this is an example of what happens if you're getting into the business of coaching, why you don't need to hold back. If you just go forward with providing tons of value, people will be attracted to you and you'll be more successful than ever. Thank you so much, all of you listener, and until next time, keep selling with love. I am your host, Jason Mark Campbell, and this is the Selling with Love podcast.